Yeah, no, I mean, this is a good bullpen. They've carried us for most of this month, and certainly not the last couple nights. They've had tough days at work, but I certainly stand behind these guys. They've done everything that we've asked. They've pitched in a ton of games. They've been up when they haven't pitched, and they're getting beat up a little bit with some some timely hits, some good approaches, some well-placed hits, a few too many hitters counts, and we look up and we've had some really big innings that is very uncharacteristic for this bullpen. So there's no other way to explain it because it's a pretty damn good bullpen that's given up a lot of runs the last couple nights.
Just the big picture, how shocking is it to come home and lose 3 to the Angels when it was kind of you had some momentum and it's a team you've had success against?
Yeah, well, the Angels are a big league team and they got good players and they haven't had a good season. But they've got some guys that can really play. So we don't take anybody lightly. We've handled them a lot of the season up to this point. They've come in and beat us late in 3 games in a row. So for us, I'm surprised we haven't played a little bit better at home recently. But again, you got to play the whole schedule. I say this all the time. There's no magic pill that's just going to all of a sudden give you a bye. Through a homestand or through a series, there's an opponent on the other side that's trying to knock you around, and they're doing a good job of doing that.
What do you say to the team after 2 such tough losses?
I think it's pretty self-explanatory. I think these guys have been pushing, for 6 months, and we had a very difficult April. We've had exceptional months between April and now. We've hit another rough patch. The season's not over. We're gonna continue to bounce back and try to get us a win tomorrow, for this series. I mean, this is not how we drew up the start of this homestand. It's not something that maybe is expected, but we can't do anything about it. We got to show up for work tomorrow and put our best foot forward to try to get a win.
Kind of the hidden gem in this was how good Peacock was as far as giving you a chance to win the game.
The game played out exactly how we hoped it would, where he would give us 5 strong and hand the ball to Davinsky. Davinsky's been electrifying. It's this entire season, but even recently, his last innings, 3 punch outs, 96 miles an hour to end the 7th, and then things unraveled in the 8th and 9th. So Peacock did a good job of handing the ball to like I said, to a really good bullpen that had a tough night at work. So I applaud the development of his slider. He had a little extra energy in his delivery. He executed his pitches. He giving up 1 run in 5 innings. I think anybody in our clubhouse and anybody in the building would be very proud of him for doing that.
Do you expect Giles to be out for a little while? Or?
I don't know. I haven't talked to Giles since the injury. I know he didn't feel very good. I know that the X-rays came back negative, so there's no fracture. It's in a weird position where it's going to impact his range of motion for throwing a baseball. So we won't know till the morning.
Davinsky, didn't get hit hard. Gives up some singles and.
Gregerson didn't get hit hard either.
Yeah.
Chapman didn't get hit hard. They did a good job of battling. Anyway, what was your question?
No, I'm just saying. Do you think it was a matter of some unfortunate timing catching up with him? He had pitched so well, and
Yeah, no, I think obviously going into the 8th, we felt really good about him. He struck out the side in the 7th. Like I said, he was throwing 96. Comes in, gets a pop up early. Ortega did a good job of putting the ball in play. Then Escobar gets an infield single that was a replay. Hope for us. Calhoun hits the ball down the line. His night's over. Trout fists the ball to center. Pujols grounds the ball through. None of these were necessarily exceptionally well hit, with the exception of you've got to put the bat on the ball in order to put the ball in play. And they did a good job of battling against our pen. From that point forward, everything we did got turned upside down, and they completely dominated the last 2 innings.